The investigation on Christian Horner has now been going on for around 2 weeks, and from recent news, it seems that a conclusion is still far away. When an insider first reported that Red Bull's team principal, Christian Horner, had been accused of controlling behavior by a female employee, it was speculated that the investigation would be over in a couple of days at most. Journalists stated that Red Bull would not want to extend the saga beyond the car launch on the 15th of February and would like to come up with a solution secretly. The Red Bull spokesperson stated, after the company was made aware of certain recent allegations, an independent investigation was launched. This process, which is already ongoing, is being carried out by an external, specialized lawyer. The company takes these matters extremely seriously, and the investigation will be completed as soon as practical. It would not be appropriate to comment further at this time. But later that week, after the lawyer convened an 8-hour meeting with Horner, Red Bull GmbH, the parent company to the F1 team, realized that it may take longer to figure out what happened back at Milton Keynes and whether Horner was guilty. Sky Sports' Craig Slater talked in more detail about the meeting and how the investigation can go on for many weeks now. My understanding is this will operate to the timescale which the investigator sets, not to a Formula One timescale, Slater said on Sky Sports News. It means there's every likelihood it could still be ongoing, this process, even as Red Bull are launching their car next Thursday, which is the 15th of February. It could even still be ongoing as we enter F1 pre-season testing in Bahrain on the 20th of this month. It may carry on towards the first Grand Prix of the season on the 2nd of March. It's awkward for the team, but paramount in all of this is that there is fairness to the parties involved, and that's why they employed this independent investigator in the first place. During the investigation, it was expected that Horner would not be present at public events and launches, and would be on some type of sabbatical during the process. But Horner was center stage alongside David Coulthard and Adrian Newey on the car launch. As a result, he was questioned by journalists over the ongoing investigation, and he denied any wrongdoing and was content with the delay in the process. It's business as usual. Obviously, I fully deny any accusations that have been made against me, but of course I'll work with that process, which I hope is concluded in the near future. I can't comment on what that process consists of. I'm confident, obviously, in the process and working with the process, and deny absolutely any allegations being made. I just continue to work within that process until it's concluded. The investigation was delayed because the lawyer decided to interview authors in the team as well, and so far we know of 2 people who were contacted by the team. The first and most apparent is the employee who accused Horner, who talked with the lawyer and explained her side of the story to him. According to some rumors, Horner acted indecently towards the employee and sent her explicit texts and pictures, and the accusation may be worse than first imagined. The second name we got to hear was of the team's chief technology officer, Adrian Newey, who has a deep bond with Horner and has been part of the team since 2006, when Horner invited him to work for the rookie team. And as the first race is coming closer and closer, it seems Red Bull still has not come up with an answer as to what exactly happened. Recently, Helmut Marko, who had been silent over the matter since its inception, spoke on Red Bull's Service TV channel and defended the team's decision to extend the investigation. As you know, this is an internal investigation, Marko told Red Bull's Service TV channel. The sooner a result is available, the better, because of course, rumors and other stories are bound to sprout due to the long duration. But I think Red Bull has reacted very well in this matter. The long duration of this investigation is not their fault. They are endeavoring to have a fair investigation and then react accordingly. Horner has also been a close confidant of Newey, but recently it has been reported that he now wants the 50-year-old to leave the team and a new leader be appointed. Rumors are circulating that Mark Mateschitz, who owns the Austrian half of the beverage company, wants to bring control closer to the company's headquarters in Salzburg. He wants to put his own man to lead the team and has recruited the help of Helmut Marko and Jos Verstappen to get rid of Horner. Marko is the director of both Red Bull Formula One teams and the head of the Drivers' Development Program. Rumors of a feud between Marko and Horner have been floated around in the past as well, and it is assumed that Horner does not appreciate how the 80-year-old is involved in the team. Last year, Marko was accused of having a bias against his own driver, Sergio Perez, after he made a comment about his racing skills being related to his race. He said, "We know that he has problems in qualifying. He has fluctuations in form. He is South American and he is just not as completely focused in his head as Max Verstappen is or as Sebastian Vettel." Marko has always wanted to replace Perez, especially when he failed to perform up to the level expected from the 34-year-old driver, but Horner defended him and gave him more time to deliver with the RB19. Perez ended up coming second in the Drivers' Championship and the drama was forgotten, but it seems the feud between Marko and Horner has not ended yet. It was surprising to see Marko defend the investigation and support a fair result. It is not currently known how much more time Red Bull GmbH will take, but the recent developments on the case have put Horner in an even worse position. Horner's private team offered the female employee compensation to drop the claims, but she denied it and has now instead sued Horner for transgressive behavior, according to F1 Insider. It is expected that the results of the investigations will be made public within a week. But until then, Horner is reported to have flown to Bahrain for pre-season testing. Reportedly, he will be present at the pit wall for the duration of the tests and the race the following weekend as well. It is possible the investigation may drag out for a few more weeks, but both the FIA and Red Bull's partners are getting impatient over the wait. Formula One released a statement a few days ago acknowledging the situation. "We have noted Red Bull has instigated an independent investigation into internal allegations at Red Bull Racing," the statement read. "We hope the matter will be clarified at the earliest opportunity after a fair and thorough process. Will not comment further at this time." At the same time, Red Bull's engine partner also sent out a private letter asking the team to be transparent and rapid with the process, or else the team risks losing the partnership, which will officially begin in 2026. Red Bull themselves would also not want to extend the investigation for much longer, as it has brought too much negative press towards the team. They have gone from being talked about as the fastest grid on the team to the most controversial, and they now want to fix their image again. But with Horner not backing down, even after being suggested to resign from the team and a lawsuit being filed against him, no one has any other option but to wait. According to BBC Sports, insiders do not believe Horner will survive the investigation, but he has not shown any signs of slowing down and helping the team. At the car launch, he talked about how he is still motivated to work and that everything is normal at the factory. "I have built this team. I've convinced people to come here and work here. I enjoy working with the team and with the people," he said. "The biggest asset of this team is the people, and that continues to be the case." He also said that there is nothing between him and Marko and that their priority is the team itself. Horner stated, "There's always going to be speculation, but we're together as one team. That's the way we've always been, and that's the way we continue to be." More news of the case is always coming, and with the start of the season, we expect to hear more from Horner and other members of the team as well. If you enjoyed this video and want to be kept up to date with the situation, consider subscribing to the channel. Also, comment on your thoughts about Helmut Marko's involvement in the team.